Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Lunch with Steel. We mic'd up today. Don't mind the shirt, we got the black tee on, a little bit of a mess there. Was whipping up some stuffed shells and some good old brownies for the fam. So, things happen. But we out here looking high. But look, enough of that. Look, man, Outer Worlds 2, the game that everybody said should not have got that bump up to $80, although Nintendo said they're gonna start the new $80 trend with a Super Mario Kart. Man, it's crazy. Mario Kart World, they ran it up for $80 and came out and said that we're gonna make the determination whether our games are gonna be worth X amount of money. Although we see Donkey Kong, it's supposed to be a quality game, got a lot going on for it. People feeling really high on it, but you know, it's $70 though. Interesting how that play out. Anyway, but Outer Worlds 2, if you're not familiar with Outer Worlds 1, it is a game from Obsidian for those who are into it, Western RPG style of that Bethesda ilk. If you into that, think, Fallout, that type of style. Not typically my kind of games, but it's an interesting talking point, mainly more than anything, because I think it's a proven point for you being a part of a hobby or being part of gaming, at least, and us as gamers still having say so as the consumer, at least to a certain extent. I'm not saying that it's the answer to everything. I'm not saying that we'll be able to make changes and make waves every time, but time and time again it is proven that we as the consumer run the industry when it comes to expressing our woes or just putting that dollar on the table. So it's crazy to see how things play out, man. Also, Battlefield 6, October release apparently. Nothing official yet, but October, Battlefield 6 already? Like, I know we were teasing, me and my brother Paul on Living Split Screen, we were teasing a little bit about it possibly coming out earlier this year, right? Or early, or at least this year, excuse me, because a lot of people were assuming it's going to come out top of next year. I was like, top of next year for a Battlefield, maybe do a spring break type of time. But GTA is still slated to release around that time. It may not be the best move. Lo and behold, supposed to be getting a beta at the end of July as well, or at least a rumored beta at the end of July, going into August some point. I think they were saying August 4th for Battlefield. So it's going to be interesting to see how things play out, man. They're also doing class based and non-class based. So just meaning that they'll have two separate modes to where you can jump in and pick whatever class, they use whatever weapon, or play it more like a traditional Battlefield experience. So that's going to be interesting to get into, man. Um, what else we got? What else we got on the list? Wuchang Fallen Feathers, a game that I've been kind of talking about on and off, on Lunch and Steel at least, where they're watching, seeing people pull up. I don't like when randos pull up. Y'all ever go outside, you chilling, you chopping it up, and or just doing whatever outside, and people just moving around, doing whatever. Gotta see who's pulling up. Gotta see who's pulling up. Anyway, Wuchang Fallen Feathers comes out July 24th. Technically, you can get some access tonight if you want Xbox because you do that New Zealand trick. I think you do the same thing on PlayStation as well. But nonetheless, it's coming out to about, I want to say, a 75 Metacritic for those who care or are into that. I don't really care for Metacritic like that. Those numbers don't bother me. I was interested in the game previously, so we're gonna jump in and see how we feeling about the game. So maybe some additional content coming to TikTok, especially, and just YouTube Shorts, getting that out there. Got my Stream Deck back working. Had to do a little update, do a little finagling, mess with some different cores and whatnot. It's crazy. USB-C cores be acting up just almost the same way that the micro USB cores used to. It's crazy to me, bro. Now some micro USB cores that I got that I've had for some time, they the ones coming in clutch for the stuff I still use micro USB for. It's crazy how that worked out. But anyway, crazy to see how things are playing out, man. Battlefield 6 right around the corner. $80 for the Battlefield 6, though. Look, I paid the Ducats for 2042, right? Well, actually, I got a part of the EA Play Pro. You know what I mean? So I had to pay that. So I might end up doing the same thing. I know a lot of people feel however they do about subscription services, although they don't ever say anything about Netflix or anything else they subscribe to. But don't mind that. Don't mind that. But that's probably going how I'm going to end up accessing it again just to try it out and make sure. Because again, I'm a Battlefield fan. Might even say Battlefield stand. Now, I haven't been on Battlefield since for real like that since probably Battlefield 4 while I was getting real heavy. And since then I kind of fell off. 2042 had me back in there and it still was a phenomenal experience over time, right? I still had my fun with it, but it had its issues. And hopefully Battlefield 6 doesn't have that, man. Destructibility across the board. That's got me super excited. Again, for a first person shooter, I'm over Call of Duty this year. So you telling me a Battlefield 6 coming out in October? Call of Duty can go to sleep, baby. I'm good. Give me Battlefield. That's all I need. And if that's the purchase I gotta make to make it happen, look, man. Look like Battlefield's gonna be back in the tuck. And that's what I'm excited about. Pushing point to point, taking over the map, rush, conquest, getting in there with the squad, making it shake. So it's gonna be a good time. But yeah, man, on this lunch with Steel. If y'all about it, follow me everywhere. Steel Rain, T is a 7, more Lunch with Steel, more just whatever content, life type stuff, chopping it up. But I felt like it was important to come out and say, look, man, as a gamer, at least in this hobby, you still got a voice. Make your voice heard. Let your worries be known. Look, I'm not saying it's going to change the world tomorrow. Shit, I would have loved for them to come out and say, boop, we made a mistake. The game going to be $59.99. Are they going to do that? Probably not. The standard's already been set. It's dope that they didn't have to stay up there at 80 because just because somebody else does it, like Nintendo, doesn't mean that you got to do it for your games, at least not yet. So many more plays to be made throughout the industry. Gaming still remains to be one of my favorite hobbies of all time. Don't let nobody tell you different because it's no different than any other hobby or any other passion or anything else that you do, out here, man. So y'all be safe with that. If you down, again, like I said, follow me. Steel Rain, that T is a 7. I'll be streaming on Living Split Screen, so catch me there as well. I'll be streaming live. Wuchang, probably going to do that tonight. That's the July 23rd. So come through, hang out, come holler at me, see me struggle a little bit, maybe get beat up by some bosses. But other than that, we're just going to have a good time, baby. Every Saturday morning, Living Split Screen as well. Check me out there. And if you just follow Steel Rain, again, that T is a 7. Look out for the VODs and everything that's going to be uploaded there as well for game related content and stuff. But with that, that is Lunch with Steel. Y'all be safe. Take care. Much love and peace be with you. Peace.